In the world of professional boxing, it doesn't take long for a star to flicker. A few bad fights and fans turn into critics. Michael Olajide knows that. He's called the Silk, but there are wrinkles in that glitzy image. Olajide was in town this weekend, and Marlene Trotter spoke with him in this exclusive report.
For the last 10 years, Michael Olajide Jr. and Sr. have been pursuing one goal, the middleweight championship of the world. In a rundown gym on Main Street in Vancouver, Michael trained under his proud and sometimes obstinate father. And he won all his fights, eventually becoming Canadian middleweight champion. But there were problems, a lack of support from the fans, and run-ins with the Boxing Commission and other trainers and managers.
I think Michael Olajide is in a dream world. I think he's a nice kid, but I think he's fueled by his father's dreams. His father never made it, and he thinks his kid's going to beat Marvin Hagler in a year, which is just, a stupid statement.
The Olajides wanted the big time, and it wasn't going to happen in Vancouver. So they moved to New York, where they signed with Madison Square Garden's promotions and started fighting quality opponents.
Does he think he can take this guy out early, and he's putting everything into the punches? Look at this. Oh, and he lands the left hand. Darryl going down in this first round. The kind of punching power that he was exhibiting, if he connected with anything, was going to put Troy Darryl down. There he goes again. And that is knockdown number 2. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect.
23rd straight win in as many pro bouts, Michael The Silk Olajide Jr. Olajide.
Michael Olajide squeaking one out.
Michael was picked up by NBC, who gave him a contract to fight on that network. Everything was looking good, until just 6 months ago when he got to Las Vegas.
I didn't expect to be back this early.
Boxing from what I know.
His promoters had got him a shot at the IBF world title, fighting Olympic gold medalist Frank Tate. It was billed as the glitter versus the gold, and the Olajides were on top of the world. Until he lost the fight.
Olajide building his point total. Oh, big right hand! 3 seconds between rounds for the recovery. He has nothing left in his head. It's all over. And down goes Olajide.
NBC and Madison Square Garden stayed with him, and back in New York, he won a couple of tune-up fights, but was not impressive. Just over a week ago, he fought another contender, Iran Barkley. The critics were not kind. Some said he looked like Michael Jackson doing a backwards moonwalk. Others that he had the legs of an old man. He was knocked out in the 5th round, and it looked as though his heart wasn't in it. He was tentative and awkward. 2 key fights, 2 crushing defeats.
Barkley throwing everything at Olajide. And now it is stopped. It is all over, officially.
After the fight, Michael wouldn't talk to the press, and last week he slipped into Vancouver to see his family and to take a rest. He gave Pacific Report an exclusive interview. You wanted to get out of New York and come home. Are you burned out?
I feel, I have all these symptoms of being a burnt-out fighter. The speed is lacking, the power, and most importantly, the legs. I mean, I've never gone into a fight before and felt so weak,
Was it physical? Do you think it was physical, or do you think that it was mental?
I think it's a combination of the two. I think physically, because since I've been boxing, I've just been gone straight. I've been boxing for about 10 years, both amateur and professional, and it's just been a total wear, and not taking the time to relax. I didn't give myself any relief mentally. I didn't give myself the opportunity to recover and recuperate and stay hungry.
A lot of people say that Michael Olajide isn't as hungry as a fighter like Iran Barkley or Tate.
I definitely have to disagree with that. I wanted more than them. It's just a matter of circumstances. I mean, I'm a lot hungrier. I don't believe a fighter has to come from the ghetto to be a good or great fighter. Not at all. You definitely just have to have a fighting ability, whether it be natural or learned, or both, a combination of both, and just the willingness to learn.
NBC said you should quit and get another job. Are you going to do that?
Well, that's something I've heard, and not only have I heard it from NBC, I've heard it, you know, reporters have said it, and that's okay because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But the way I look at it, I'm 24 years old and I'm young, and I have a long ways to go. If I would have listened to everything everybody had said, I wouldn't have gotten into boxing in the first place, because when I started off in Vancouver and I was just an amateur, they said, this kid's not going to go anywhere. And when I turned professional, they say, this kid's not going to go anywhere also. And we were world ranked at #1 at one point, and you know, the next superstar and media and all the rest of that stuff. And it came down as fast as it went up. But
It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that was only 6 months ago.
yeah.
A lot of people think that you were psyched out.
No, definitely not. I'm beyond the point of being psyched out, especially by someone as an Iran Barkley. I know his psyche, and he knows mine. I wasn't psyched out by him at all.
How did it feel to be so close and see it slip away?
I really don't think it slipped away. I mean, I would say sidetracked, but I'm an optimist, and I know that, you know, I just have that feeling inside me that I'll be able to recapture it, and you appreciate things a lot more once you have to really work for them. I'm not contemplating my future at all. I know I'm going ahead with boxing. I know I'm going to attain a world title. It's just a matter of taking the time, you know, doing it slow and doing it right this time. I mean, it's like starting from square one. But I am in a little better position because people are well aware of who we are.
What's going to happen with your father now? Are you going to stay together?
My father is always will be my manager and trainer. I think a lot of people have, you know, put a lot of blame on his shoulders and have really made it hard, and that's something we have to accept, because that just goes along with the father-son combination. But I have confidence in my father's abilities. He has confidence in mine, and as long as there's no dissension among the ranks, you know, the close ties we have, I don't think anyone could break that bond. There'll definitely have to be some changes that I'm not at liberty to say right now, but there'll be some things that'll work in the best interest of both of us.
You must have learned a lot about yourself in this last 6 months.
Boy, ever since the move to New York, I've learned a lot about myself, but especially the last 6 months, it's really been a maturing experience and something I'd never forget, and you really learn not to take things for granted, and you grow, and that's what life is all about, really. You learn and you grow, and you make mistakes, and you just try to correct them and go on as best possible.
Michael Olajide has been dropped by NBC television and written off by the sports writers in Vancouver. Olajide says it's too early to write him off. An impressive win over a quality opponent would get him back in the limelight. After all, he may not have measured up to the expectations, but he's still gone a long way. But in today's boxing world, with the kind of promotion and backing you need, you can't afford to lose too many fights. Michael Olajide can't afford to lose even one more. For Pacific Report, I'm Marlene Trotter.
Please stay with us. Pacific Report returns right after this break.